I welcome you all for this video lecture. I am Ramadas, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Vignan University, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. Now we are going to see about the automata theory. So automata is an abstract machine. And before we entered into this topic, the prescribed textbook for this subject is an Automata Theory, Languages and Computations by the author is a Hopcroft and Ullman, second edition, Pearson Publications. Now, we are going to see about the automata theory. So, what is an automation or what is an automata? So, this automation is another form, is a singular form, that is an automation. Automation is in a singular form, whereas in this automation, we can go for automations or the abstract model, is an abstract model or a machine. So, the automata is a abstract model or a machine, where this machine is designed for some electronic circuits, and we can go for define the behavior of digital circuits. So, we can use this automata theory or automata, we can go for design a logical circuits. So, it is an abstract machine. Okay. Now, and this automation, the machine that perform the computations. So, computation by means of some operations are performed. For example, we can take a switch, that's an electrical switch, on off like that. So, in this on off switch, if it is on, we can press this button or push the button, then we may get it become on. Again, if you are pressing this button, the push, then it come back to the off state. Likewise, we can go for design a behavioral of digital circuits or logical circuits by using the concept of automata theory. So, we have a transitions. So, to have some computations on an input. So, we have to give some inputs. These inputs moving through a series of states, that is moving through the series of states. Now, we see that this series of states is moving through, the input is moving through series of states. And each state of computation, a transition function. So, transition functions which moves, it is moving from one state into that another state. While we applying the input, the transition that takes place from one state into another state. So, that is called here the transition functions, which is designed as this transition function, where this transition function actually determines the text. It will text the configurations. Configurations on the basis of finite portions of the present state. Next, an automation is a mechanism to read the input. So, this finite automata that read the input. So, the input is stored in the input file. So, in this finite automata, there is an input file. So, this input file actually contains the input, and the input is a string. The input is a strings. The string is nothing but it is a set of alphabets. It may be a sequence of word. The alphabets may be in the any forms. I repeat this, the alphabets may be in the any form like binaries, alphanumeric alphabets, and some DNA molecules letters also there, and alphanumerics also there. So, there are different kinds of the alphabets are there. So, the strings may contain either it's a binary form like zeros and ones. So, the strings may be consisting of zeros and ones like that, and alphabets alone, that is a lowercase letters of A to Z also lowercase also that is a strings, and lowercase, uppercase as well as some numeric combinations. These all we can call it as an alphanumeric format. So, this finite automata Actually, it is taken the strings over the given alphabet. So, the given alphabet may be in any form. That is what I discussed, that the alphabet may be in the any form. So, the formation of this alphabet is a binary alphabet. Binary alphabet means that is zeros and ones. And second thing, it is an only alphabets. So, in case this only alphabets means that is taken from this lowercase letters a to z. So, the strings may be in the form of lowercase letters. And next one is that alphanumerics. So, the alphabet may be in this alphanumeric format also there. In this alphanumeric format, there is a combination of both lowercase letters a to z and uppercase letters a to z and the numeric forms 0 to 9 likewise. So, now the input file is divided into cells. In this finite automata structure, that is a finite automata having some structure. In this structure, the input file is divided into cells. So, this cells divided into cells. The finite automata has divided into cells, and each can hold one symbol. Each cell, it can hold only one symbol, because the given input strings may be in the any form of alphabets, where the finite automata having this input cell, where this input cell that contains only one symbols, which can hold only one symbol. So, automation has control unit, and another one automation is a control unit. So, the next part, that finite automata that contains that control unit, which is a finite number of internal states. Finite number of internal states, that automation can change the states in defined way. That means it can be changing from one state into that another state. So, that is a finite control machine that is having some internal states. So, the finite state machine that can hold a little bit amount of memory, a small amount of memory, which is used to hold or store some inputs between this from previous state to that next state. Types of finite automata. So, in this types of finite automata has broadly categorized as two. One is called as a non-deterministic finite automata, and second one is called as a deterministic finite automata. So, usually the non-deterministic finite automata can be abbreviated form is NFA. Next is that DFA. The DFA that stands for that deterministic finite automata. It in the abbreviated form of DFA. Let's we see these finite automata, I mean NFA and DFA in one by one. First, we are going to see about the DFA. So, both the DFA and NFA can recognize the regular expressions, recognizing the regular expressions, both NFA and DFA. So, we will discuss more about the regular expressions in upcoming classes. Now, let's we see that deterministic finite automata. First, we are going to see about this deterministic finite automation. So, the deterministic finite automata DFA, in abbreviated form DFA, or the finite state machine. We can also call this as a finite state machine. So, in this finite state machine, we may write like that M equals the finite state machine, M equals, or maybe in this form of A, is that 5 tuples. The finite state machine that consists of 5 tuples, that is Q. The Q is nothing but finite set of states. The Q is nothing but it is a finite set of states, and sigma is a finite set of input symbols. So, the input symbols, finite set of input symbols, usually which is denoted by sigma. So, alphabet is denoted by the sigma. In case the alphabet may be any form. And next one is that delta. We can call this as a delta, where this delta is a transition function. Also, we can call this as a mapping function. Then Q naught. Let's we see that the Q naught. Q naught is that initial state. Q naught is an initial state, starting state. And F is become a final state or accepting state. So this is the formal descriptions of the deterministic finite automation. So the questions may be asking that and briefly explain or in detail about the finite automata. So in this case, you have to write detailed about what is a finite automata. Finite automata is nothing but it is an abstract machine. Okay, so the finite automata has categorized as two, that is a deterministic finite automata, and second one is the non-deterministic finite automata. And the finite automata DFA, where this mapping function delta is a mapping function, where this mapping function that maps Q into sigma, So in this Q into sigma is nothing but where Q is the finite set of states, and sigma is the input symbol, where this Q into sigma that implies Q. So the Q is nothing but it is a finite set of states. It is a finite set of states by the deterministic finite automata. And second thing is that the F is nothing but it is a final state or it is an accepting state. So we can call it as either final state or accepting states. So this final state is a subset of the state Q. Final state is that subset of that state Q. So while we go for writing this, so these are all the formal descriptions about that DFA. So you have to write all this without any mistakes. So very important this one, Q into sigma implies to Q, and the F is the subset of the Q, where Q naught, the Q0 or Q naught, a starting state, where this Q naught is a starting state that is belongs to that state Q. So the Q is a finite set of states. Now let's take the transition function. What is a transition function? Transition function is, that is, while we go for applying the input to the current state, it move to the next state, that is moving from one state into another state. So we can go for the transition function is a delta. So transition function is a delta is a transition function. So that takes the argument as a state. Because we have the states Q0, Q1, Q2. Likewise, we can, depending upon the given languages or strings, we can create any number of states. So this delta is a mapping function which takes the argument as a state and the input symbol and return a states. So from this diagram, for example, we can see this diagram. There are two states are there. Usually the state is represented by a circle. It is called as a state. The circle is represented as a state. So this state may be labeled like a S. The state is labeled by a S, where this state we may go for transition from one state into the another state. So that is called here F. So F is the final state or accepting state. So where S is the state, we can, just for example, I take this one where S is the state is represented by a circle and labeled by S. As a user wish, we can labeled by any alphabets or zeros like A, B, C, uppercase letters or numeric values 0, 1, 2, 3, or we can go for define like that Q0, Q1, Q2 like that. So that is our user wish to label this state. So here it is labeled by S, where this state S, if we apply the input A, it has a transition to final state. So this final state, it is double circled. This final state is a double circled. That is called as a final state or a accepting state. So in further classes, we will see the detailed discussions about how can we draw the states and how we can go for the intermediate states or like that. So here delta is a transition function or it is a mapping function. This mapping function which takes the inputs, that is an arguments, that is a state and input symbol, okay, then it returns that state. Now we'll see the general notations of the deterministic finite automata. There are two preferred notations in that one. One is called as a transition table and another one is the transition diagrams. First we are going to see about that what is the transition diagram. So transition diagram, which is usually represented by a circle. Transition diagram usually is represented by a circle. So see here where this is a circle, this is the transition diagram, or we can call it as a state. So the state is labeled by Q. The state is that labeled by Q. The labeled by a Q. That's a state which is labeled by Q, where Q is the state. So by using this, we can go for draw the transition diagrams and transition tables. Let me see the transition diagram for a DFA. Already I told you that DFA, deterministic finite automata. DFA, that is DFA is a finite state machine, where this finite state machine that consists of 5 tuples Q sigma delta Q naught comma F. Q sigma delta Q naught comma F is a graph. So we can go for using these 5 tuples, we can go for make it into that graph that is defined as follows, that is where Q is a state. So the state is represented by a circle. Each state or state in some other term we can call it as a node. See, how can we go for drawing a states? Because the transition diagram, we are going to draw the transition diagram. In this transition diagram, each state is represented by a circle. Each state has represented by a circle. So we have a circle. The circle is labeled by Q and there is a special arrow mark also labeled by starting state. We can take this one. A state is represented by a circle. The state is written like a Q. The state is labeled by Q. And if we have a special arrow mark, with labeled by start, then we can call it as a initial state. This is called as a initial state. We can call it as a starting state. Okay. So the starting state, it must have to arrow mark, that is special arrow mark which is labeled by start, and state is represented by a circle. Okay, that is a special arrow mark, that is a starting state. Next thing is that final state. That gives that final state or accepting state. See, the final state or accepting states are represented by double circle. So we have to double circle, so Q, and one more circle that is called as a final state or accepting state. So when the input string has reached into the final state, then we can make it as a double circle. Then the given input string is recognized by the deterministic finite automata. So we can go for double circle. So this double circle which indicates that final state. So between the starting state and between this final state or accepting state, there are some intermediate states also there. Intermediate states. So from this is the starting state and this is the final state or accepting state. So between the starting state to final state or accepting state, there are some intermediate states also there, which is hold the intermediate results or transitions from the starting state to that final state. So final state is marked by double circle, and general notations will see that for each state, a state is here labeled by that Q. Q is the state and capital Q is the set of states where this Q is in the subset of The small q is a state, where this capital Q is a set of states. On each input symbol, that is a sigma, that is a mapping function. So mapping function we have to write like that, delta of q comma a, delta of q comma a. So delta of q comma a, that means we have a transitions from the state q2 for the input a, then we can write like that p. Okay. So like that we can take this example where the state is labeled by S. So we can call it as a starting state. Then we have a final state which is represented by double circle. Then we have a transition over the input, that is a arced transitions. So this transition having from starting state to that final state. So there is a transition from starting state into that final state with the input A. So in this case, how can we write the mapping function? By means of delta of q comma a, delta of q comma a, where delta of q comma a, where q is the state, that is called S. For the state S, if we apply the input a, for the state S, if we apply the input a, so that means delta of, for the state S, for the input a, it goes to F. Actually, this is the meaning of that delta of S comma a. Here the q is means what I said, q is a state. For the input a transition goes to that state p. So it yields the new state, that is called as a p. So look at that, if more than one input symbols, there is a transition from state q to p, there is an arc from is labeled by list of those symbols. So this is the way we can go for writing this transition functions in deterministic finite automata. So the transition functions which is written in the form of delta of q comma a, that a equals p, that is yielding to the next state, where q is the one state and p is the another one state. So if you apply the input a to the state q, and there is a transition from q to p, right? Let me see the next, the example. Let's we go for see the example. We can go for build a deterministic finite automata for the language. So before what is that language? In previous videos, we have discussed more about that language. Language is nothing but it is a set of strings over an alphabet, where it is a subset. The strings are the subset of that one. So usually we can write this languages, we can write the languages in the form of L equals within quotes, within the set, we can write that like that. Okay, so likewise we can go for writing that one. So the L is a language. L is a language, where this language that contains the string W. So W is nothing but is a input string. W is an input string. So the strings may be in any forms. If the string is an over an alphabet, is maybe a binary, or it may be alphabets, or it may be a alphanumerics, or it may be any DNA molecule letters, or any ASCII letters or ASCII codes. These are all the alphabets. So the string is nothing but a word or set of letters, set of alphabets we can call as a strings. So the string is a W. So generally we can write W is a string, where the W is a binary strings. So they mentioned clearly where W is a binary string. So binary string means what? The string that consisting of zeros and ones. So binary string means it's in the form of zeros and ones. Binary strings in the form of zeros and ones. Okay, that contains 0, 1 as a substring. So we know the concept of substring, right? So the substring is that 0, 1. So we have to construct or build a deterministic finite automata, where this deterministic finite automata that contains the string W, where this 0, 1 as a substring. So in this 0, 1 as a substring, the 0, 1 maybe comes either in the beginning, either at the end. Now, before we enter into this one, let's we see some preliminary terms are there. Let's we see that one. For example, if we have a power star, that is a clean closures, a power star. So, what are the strings which is generated by this a power star? So, what is the star that indicates? This star that indicates the length of this start with 0. The length of that is start with 0 or more occurrences. 0 or more occurrences. So, that meaning if it is a 0 means the length is 0 means we can call this as an empty. So, the empty has denoted by the symbol epsilon. So, we can write the epsilon. So, epsilon which is indicates that length of the string is 0. The length of the string is become 0. That is 0 occurrences. Union 1 occurrences A and 2 occurrences of A and so on like that. That is a power star. That is a exponential form star, that is a clean star which is 0 or more occurrences of A. Next thing is that we have A plus. We already say this already in the previous classes. In previous videos, we have already seen that one A plus. So, the plus indicates the length of the string is at least 1. So, it starts with 1 or more occurrences of A or strings. So, what will become like this? At least 1 A. At least 1 A and so on like that. So, have you understand this? Where the A power star and A plus. So, this A power star, that is starting with an epsilon symbol, that is an empty, and A and more occurrences of A. Likewise, A plus, which is that A, that is there is no empty strings. So, we can avoid this epsilon here. So, there is A plus means at least the length of the string is 1. That means 1 or more occurrences. 1 or more occurrences, that is A, AA and so on like that. So, the steps to build the deterministic finite automata for the binary strings that contains 0, 1. Okay. Now, let us see that the steps for building this DFA for recognizing the language. First step is that sigma. Sigma is what? It is an alphabet. The sigma is an alphabet. So, what kind of alphabets are there? That is a binary strings, which is already they given clearly. It is a binary strings. So, binary string means it is a 0 or 1. So, in this alphabet sigma that contains the input strings 0, 1. So, that means the input strings that contains 0, 1. So, the binary strings, there are combinations of zeros and ones. There are formations, maybe the length is 0 or 1, 2, 3 and so on like that. So, the length of the strings may be varied. So, there is any combinations of zeros, like the 0 may be starting with, beginning with 0, ending with 1. In another case, the strings that start with 1 or ending with 0. So, the strings may be in that any form. Likewise, the substring 0, 1 also comes in the beginning of the strings or in the mid of the strings, or else it may comes at the end of the strings. Now, decide the states Q. The Q already I told you that the Q is that finite set of states. The Q is that finite set of states. The Q is nothing but it is a finite set of states. That is number of states we can go for return in that Q. Next is that final state. We have to decide or designate that final state or accepting state, and the delta, that is decide the transitions. Delta decide that transitions. So, what we have to do now? We have to go for draw the transition diagram. We have to go for the transition diagram, that is a deterministic finite automata, that is a transition diagram for to recognize the binary strings, the given input string 0, any number of strings they may be given as at input where 0, 1 is a substring or not. So for that we are going to construct the DFA.